Time's up. Let's do this.
That's right. So, and that's it. I believe the first game is about to start hereabouts. You were playing favoritism. You were choosing Allura. You said it's time for him to grow up, and I'm very excited to see that as well. He's been a Black Knight for the longest time I've casted his game, and I hope there will be no such plays tonight or today in general, seeing how it's still afternoon. But it's crazy, and well, in general, Battlestone is it's just been a very, very interesting game, and a lot of upset today. In fact, we have Spectral all out already, except for the captain that's hanging by a thread. By the way, he defeated you.
Yeah, correct.
So he's still in the line, hanging somewhere. The rest of Spectral down and out. What about I think if Purity also out, Manju, Kiro is the only guy that's left for his new team. Aether as well. And we have most of the Filipinos also pretty much challenged. Winning win as well is crazy, and he's still alive against Rick. But that's it, we'll check that out. We'll be back in just about a few seconds. But with that said, let's go into the first game between Allura and Wensushi. So there we go. Very quick break there. Anyway, it's not really a break, but we have Wensushi taking the bottom half of this board, Allura taking the top half. Cannot really see Allura because he's just hiding in his hood, but that's still alright. And Wensushi is just very lucky at LAN events. That's something I realized, you know. Offline he plays so well, online no luck whatsoever. So it's the Warlock from Wensushi up against Paladin from Allura. What do you have to say to that?
Well, Paladin has been something that he's been experimenting around for very long, and
now we can see his face.
Yeah, we can finally see his face. Yeah, and it's something that we have been practicing and strategizing. So Allura decided to bring in the Paladin because he was debating, should I bring in the Paladin or should I bring in the safer class, like let's say Shaman. But because with the current meta, he decided to go with the Paladin. As for Sushi, well, Warlock, I guess it's the class that he chose to replace his Rogue class.
Oh really?
Yeah, because in the qualifiers he actually didn't have the Warlock and he was playing the Rogue instead. But for this actual playoffs, he decides to. Well, okay, there goes the Draxus. But he decided to play Warlock because it's actually more diversified. You know, you can go both aggro and control.
That's right. So it's pretty interesting to see this kind of a play so far. And specifically speaking, this Paladin is not the aggro Paladin. This is kind of like a control Paladin to a certain extent. And this is definitely a very unique version of the handlock that runs a 4-5 Yeti. So with that said, this kind of a matchup, which class is favored?
It's pretty much, to me, I feel it's pretty much 50-50 because it's just a matter of who is able to throw out the threat first and it doesn't get answered.
Yeah.
But because they're both my teammates, I can give an insight that Allura is actually playing a mid-rangey kind of Paladin. So it's not slow, but it's
medium rare.
It's like, medium rare, you know. It's not like Shockating where it just runs out of steam. But it's not slow like Control Pally where you just sit back and you try and survive. So as for Sushi, it's still a standard handlock, just that he decides to pack in Chewin Yeti over Twilight Grid.
And it's very effective. Look at that, 4-3, 4-5, two of them in the field, twin Yetis there, looking very good for Wensushi. Allura doesn't really have an answer for this.
As for now, well, he does have the Blood Knight and he does have a lot of Divine Shield in deck, so he probably wants to bait out things like Siphon Soul before he can throw out the big threat. Allura's strategy is to actually mass the board with a lot of minions on the average, like say 2 to 3.
2 to 3,
Yeah, 2-3 power, 2-3 toughness. So it's very hard to do a bot wipe, and at the same time it's very hard to do a pinpoint removal. So you can't decide on what to remove.
Let's say Wensushi playing the handlock. We normally know handlock has got Hellfire. He's got one in the hand. The other one is specifically a Shadow Flame, which works very well with the 4-5, but he's not drawn into the area. So we are going to wait for his top deck. It's a Sanjin here. Sanjin is going to provide some type of defense. It will prevent further aggression on his particular Gul'dan there.
Right.
But that said, is it enough to stop this Paladin? Because Paladin, he's just flooding the board with minions. 4-3, 2-2, 2-3, 4-4s on the field. Like you said, very hard to clear.
Yep. So even if Sushi blows off a bot wipe right now, Allura can just simply just replenish and start flooding the board all over again.
Okay.
Yeah, so Sushi just blew off his first Siphon Soul there, which might prove to be deadly later on, especially when Allura starts to throw things like Tyrion Fording and even Guardian of Kings and
exactly. He just got that Guardian King a lot bigger than a 4-4 Dark Iron Dwarf, but still blowing off on Siphon Soul like that is not really critically engineered. But what this tells me is that he doesn't have strong answers in his hand. He doesn't have Tom providing minions. That's why he needs to kill the 4/4 because he doesn't even have the giants yet.
Yep.
So this, if Allura picks this up, Allura is going to be so far ahead in this game because he knows that this is the time to go all out.
Yep.
But speaking about that, Shadow Flame, top deck.
Yeah, Shadow Flame is going to do a very clean bot wipe here, but of course then Sushi will be able to get the momentum in his favor, drop an Ancient Watcher, and then sit back and see what happens. But on the downside, he doesn't get to tap and draw more answers because he's still lacking things like the Giants, which is obviously not appearing.
Yeah, crazy. So there we go, the bot wide Shadow Flame, very nicely done. And also the 4/5 Ancient Watcher now being used. The question really is, should he Shadow Flame the 4/5, seeing how that, you know, the other Yeti could attack?
I guess like he foresee things like Hammer of Justice that is going to kill the Yeti anyway, so he might as well just make full use of it.
Oh, point on there. Look at that. Hammer of Justice straight up in the hand. And there we go to heal again. Allura treating it as if nothing happened. But this comes the first mountain giant for Wensushi. 8/8, it's a heavy, expensive giant, alright? 7 cost, but so be it. One big giant there, 8/8. No answer from Allura.
Well, Allura could actually just trade, or he could just play Outdoor Peacekeeper, make the Golem into a
Token killer.
Token killer.
Alright, I think that's a better play, of course. Camo of Justice, 5/6, can trade but may not be very effective. That's it. At this point in time, about 8 turns in, 1/3 of the deck drawn out already. Who do you favor?
I still think Allura is in favor there because he can just outlast by healing. And the Warlock, if they run out of options, they run out of answers, they will just life tap themselves to death.
Oh, he's not gonna Eldor. Oh, yeah, he's still gonna do it. 1/5. And there we go, he goes down. So that's interesting. Guardian of King still alive, and the Faceless comes in. It's a little bit late.
Yeah.
Mountain dead, so I don't know how this is gonna help him.
But
Of
he's
course.
just struggling to try and survive it.
Yeah.
If you notice, he doesn't even have any taunt givers. No Argus, no Sun Fury yet. So
Exactly.
fortunately, he does have a Sandrine right there. So that's going to provide a little bit of protection for him.
Yeah. Alright, so this is standard handlock, like you said. Traded up the Twilight Drake for Yeti so that it doesn't, you know, it just doesn't tempt you. Twilight Drake is very tempting. You want to keep it until you have like 10 cards in hand, and sometimes it's just too late. But Wensushi opting for a staple 4/5, very good, very respectable. The only issue here is that he's getting pressured. He's getting pressured over and over again. Allura, on the other hand, is just very comfortable.
Yeah, you can see Allura do a lot of calculations, talking to himself, talking through his plays. He just threw down an Azure Drake, so no, he could just do a Consecrate and trade and then hit the face 1 and 5. But he's trying to be careful to not bring Sushi down into the Molten Giant range and have an easy taunt. So he's still trying to be safe here.
Yep, so Consecration, 3 damage because of the Azure Drake. That's going to take out only the Othering Fuss here. The other 2 cards will still be there, but definitely will go down to the trade here. And I do believe that this puts Allura in a very strong board position. Oh, Acidic Summons, I like that actually.
Yeah, but there's no weapons for it to be used right now. And yeah, there's only the Siphon Soul for Sushi to use.
This is going to be very painful because if he siphons the 4/4, that's the second Siphon Soul blown out of proportion. 5/2 is not really very hard to deal with. He's still going to siphon that. So that's Wensushi without any more Siphon Soul.
0 Siphon Soul, and with that, Guardian of Kings and Tyrion falling out to run free.
Exactly. Good old Tyrion. You can trust in anything, you can trust in Tyrion. So, I mean, even a Game of Thrones, right? Just saying. But anyway, we have a lot of threats on the field here. The second Guardian of Kings, and Allura is not even endangered. 30 full health.
Yeah.
Wensushi is not looking good at all so far.
Yeah, he hasn't been drawing the answers in the... Yeah, Allura can just pile on more of the boss and then try to finish up it all in one shot.
Alright, so now what are you going to do with your Allura? There's a lot of plays. I'm seeing Avenging Wrath, which is kind of like gambling to a certain extent, so there's some fun element in that. The other way you could probably do it is, like what you can see here, the Blood Knight play. Do you like this?
The Blood Knight play is really nice here. He could have gone more greedy. They could have like played Arjun Commander and Squire and then play the Blood Knight in the following turn because you know Siphon Soul's out and there's no way Sushi could deal with a 9/9 Blood Knight unless he actually taunts up with the Molten Giant. So yeah, Molten Giant comes in, but you know there's nothing much he can do but to just slam down the Giant. He has no counters. But if he taps, he might be in little range then because he'll be down to how much is that? 15? So yeah, Allura already has 12 on board. It's pretty easy for him to just add up with another 4 damage there.
That's right, if he taps here, he doesn't get a taunt, he's in a lot of trouble. The Molten Giant is going to cost very expensive. Oh, and he gets a taunt. Sanjin is here to save the day, and it does Dingo. It's going to come out really nicely, but that's it. That still doesn't put Sushi in a good spot. He is lacking his Defender Argus, he's lacking his Surfing Protector. Where are those minions?
There could be a possibility that he might have not run there, but I don't think so.
Oh my god, is he going to Hellfire after putting up the taunt? That's a big mistake there. So yep, he's not going to do that. I'm happy that Dingo gets a little bit more health, but he is still going down. Look at that, Tyrion Foray, no answer, except for the copy.
Yeah, the copy and probably a silence, because once Allura gets his S ring up, it's pretty much game there. Now that's the activity.
But of course our favorite Ooze is around, so no worries whatsoever. 5 health, that's in 5 mana cost, Molten Giant very good. 15 health, Wensushi, 1 ton there. There is no lethal, however you look at this. Not yet. It's getting close. Wensushi can tap next turn for a 3 cost Molten Giant. If he gets another Molten Giant, he is going to go in for a field day, but we all know he needs taunt. 1 taunt down, second one on the board right now. He needs the Defender of Argus. Can Argus save him? That's the question. So here, if you're Allura, what you going to do?
I'll probably just land out the Ruin Falling, clear the taunt, then probably just sit back and try and get ready for a single turn burst, because they're all pretty healthy. Shadow Flames is being used, and Hellfire is just going to put Allura in the deadly range there.
It seems like Allura is in a little bit of trouble. The rope is counting out there. No idea what's wrong. And I have to see, I think that the cast is crazy. Give me a few minutes.
Actually, against before last year, they were actually quite good. Oh, you just saw that? Jenny just took 2 guys with the.
Alright, a little bit of a technical issue. It seems like our voices are everywhere. So no worries whatsoever, it's still good. And it should be okay. That's it, 6-6 is there, everyone should be okay. And wow, crazy stuff. Hellfire, that's gonna burn most of the stuff there. The 6-1 is there. And Molten Giant's gonna come up for free, and here comes the heal as well. And that's it. 13 health. Still no taunt. Soulfire used to kill the 6-3. He loses the copy. So, yes, Granddad won, Molten Giant on the field, but so what? We got a better Granddad. We got Tyrion Foray. It's still a good answer.
We did catch what happened during the time where we had the technical error, so Allura is pretty distracted right now, so I'm not sure what's going on right now.
Pretty well. That's really good.
Yeah.
Like, he totally forgo a turn, but yeah, we'll see what's going on here.
Yeah.
I guess he just continued to play the Eldor just to disable the Giant there.
Yeah, it's crazy. So that's it. This game all of a sudden swinging slightly in favor of Wensushi, but Allura needs to regain his composure there. And hopefully it's definitely, I would say, probably a bit of latency issue whatsoever.
Yeah, let's hope it's that issue. Because look at Sushi, he actually can pose a potential lethal there with double power overwhelm, but he brings down the
Okay, so 4-2 there is going to trade with the 3-3. Allura looking very disappointed there. Defender Argus finally comes out here.
Finally out.
And big game as well. So big game. It's not enough to kill Tyrion.
It doesn't have to kill Tyrion. I don't think Allura actually runs the Ragnaros in back either.
Yeah, DOA 1 comes out. Finally, Wensushi draws in very nicely. And
I think Allura is just waiting for his equality so that he can combo off together with the advancing rough here.
yeah, hopefully he gets that. And Tyrion comes out, buys some time for Allura. The 3-3 is going to kill the Ancient Watcher. No more watching for you. Reinforce comes out as well. So that's one extra dude there just to stare. And the Molten Giant looking very scary at 2-5. I don't know what he can achieve. There is no more Siphon Soul. I have to remind everybody there is no more Siphon Soul.
Yep.
And 1 Soulfire is gone.
But here's an interesting play you can do. I'm not sure if you can achieve power overwhelming an opponent's minion. But if you can, then you could actually power overwhelming the Tyrion Falling and then play a big game hunter, kill off the Tyrion Falling, and then play a boost to destroy that.
But we have to understand that's going to cost a lot of cards. it's going to cost 1 big game hunter, which is okay, that's fine. 1 powerful overwhelming, which is 1 win condition, as well as 1 ooze to remove a weapon in hand. So yes, he is going to in fact boost up his own Molten Giant. Not going to silence that. DOA comes up, but that's just going to be wasted. That's okay. Ooze is going to address the 5-3 left over, and Molten Giant goes down. So now 3-2, 2-3. Good number to buy 40 is on the field.
I think there was a bug there. He was supposed to talk out the ooze, but I think he clicked too fast and then he didn't get countered.
Yeah, it could. No, I think he clicked wrong. I think he did. Because he landed on the right side. We're looking at Wensushi's screen there, so it's still alright. He didn't put it in the middle. So 4-2 is looking to kill off the 2-3. It will kill Allura up all the way to just about 28 health, thereabouts. I'm sorry, 27 exactly. That's still alright. Not much of trouble. The dude there is severely threatened. Beyond, how would you feel if you're the dude right now?
The dude? No, he can just make himself useful by getting buffed by Shadow Sun so they can trade together, trade with the acidic combos there. So yeah, it's still not, his duty is done there. And he's definitely going to be a Shadow Sun here just to trade away with the boost to kill the bot here.
Yeah, alright. So, is that going to be Shadow Stun or Avenging Rock?
Shadow Sun. Without a doubt, it's going to be Shadow Sun here.
I have to remind everybody that 9 health Wensushi can play a free Molten Giant if he top decks that, but 1 DOA is down. He might have 2 more Sun Free Protector. He might have 1 more Defender Argus. Let's see what he top decks here. And he gets, oh my god, this is not a day. This is not a day for this. Finally.
He can still count up.
Yes, of
He
course.
does go for a Shadow Flame there.
Okay, Naked Sun Free. I love it.
I guess it's pretty much game there then, Avenging Rough with the weapon. More or less enough to kill.
Yep, all you need to do is specifically play the weapon, knock down the Sun Fury Protector, so he lost it there. Avenging Rough comes in, we'll pick up the Warlock, and Wensushi down with the first game. So, Bjorn, you were betting on Allura, and he looks to be very stressed out, but he's still looking at least very satisfied that he is still in a pretty good spot. He managed to survive the technical error. I hope that he regains composure. Wensushi, on the other hand, he's been very lucky. Been in the winners bracket so far all the way up till now. Do you think Wensushi can mount a comeback?
Well, looking at the deck choices, I'm sure Sushi has already planned something to go against the Paladin, but
So Sushi does have a Druid, Warlock, as well as one other class that I cannot see right now, but that's fine. I think he's going with the Druid up against the Paladin. What kind of favoritism I get? Of course, we have to remember Allura can change archetype there. That's it, the game is on. Let's go into Mulligan stage first, and we'll talk about that midway.
so okay, going in. But it seems like Allura might have something into a control Paladin just to go against, what were the other classes that
Druid.
Sushi has? The Druid, and the other possible
Warlock, they just
Paladin.
lost. Paladin.
Yeah, I think Sushi will play Paladin.
Okay. That's good. So this does seem like it's the same mid-range one.
Yeah,
And
it looks like the same deck.
I'm only saying that because I'm seeing Granddad here and there. And we have Innovate in the hand here for Wensushi.
Sushi's having a very good start there. He managed to innovate into Yeti, which is pretty hard to answer. I'm not sure if Allura is willing to blow.
Elder Peacekeeper.
Elder is pretty good there.
Just
I don't
slightly
think
better than a UN Peacekeeping Force.
Yeah, correct. And I don't think he wants to blow off a equality right there.
Yeah, no way. So, there we go. Elder Peacekeeper is gonna make that threat into nothing at all. Deal 1 damage to Malfurion, and here comes Allura Man. It's golden as well. I mean, that's a Black Knight for Wensushi. And still, it's fine. I think he's just gonna kill it out of hero power as well, and turn. It's still a very slow game for the Druid. I'm expecting a very slow game.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very slow game because, well, for one, Sushi did manage to ramp up, but the unfortunate thing is he doesn't have cards to play down to capitalize the ramp. Whereas for Allura, well, that's the nature of his deck. He tempos off slowly, and then towards the mid game he starts to pile out a lot of threats, and then he tries to outlast or try to edge out more damage towards the end.
One thing I like to point out is that most of the Singaporeans in Battlestone finals are playing Paladin.
Most of them?
Yeah, I think they will have some slight variation. In fact, even in yesterday's World Cup, we had Paladin coming in. It seems like Singaporeans are trying to create some form of meta here, but that's it. The 1-1 is gonna go down. Poor Yeti there. That's still okay. And now it's gonna be up to Wensushi to decide. Sorry, Allura to decide.
Allura's turn. So, Allura in a very weird position, but as long as he actually sits back and just spawn tokens, Sushi still has to deal with all these consistent threats by all these little minions there.
Speaking about dealing with it, there goes one big bear, just like the gummy bear.
Yeah.
It's a 4-6, good taunt, some traction there. Effectively, we are looking at a second Eldor. The question is, do you keep this for something bigger than 4-6?
Well, I believe that he might want equality here because if you actually know Sushi's ramp deck, it's more of the aggressive stand, it's not the taunt heavy deck. So you might not see things like Ancient of War in the 5-10. So he could actually afford to blow over equality to get rid of a 6 toughness taunt here. Because I don't think there's anything else that you would want to clear.
Okay, so Eldor, there we go. That's the second Eldor, ladies and gentlemen. That means that no more Eldor peacekeeping force coming in here from Allura.
That's right.
And he's one game up, still very comfortable, but the 1-4 is still a 1-4. It's very hard to kill so far.
This is going to be a good killer. He's probably going to drop another drill of the claw, or okay, he can assure you to go for a draw, generate dig deeper into his deck. So keep out the growth is not too bad. It's something that he can do to the...
Yep, crazy stuff. Anyway, if you can hear any of the background sounds, because we are casting at an offline event, and it's very loud, there's a lot of sound in the vicinity. That's good, we love the hype. That's great. Speaking about digging deeper from Wensushi's deck, we do see 2 AOLs there, Ancient of Lore. That's going to mean easy digging, but before that he's actually going to play Keep of the Grove to kill off the Argent commander first and dealing a bit of damage on power.
Because Allura is the one with the more tempo-based minion in this game. Sushi has to find a very good opening to play the Ancient of Law, because the last thing he wants to actually slam down Ancient of Law and not remove Allura's threat, and then Allura starts by replying and starts to push in more damage.
Exactly. So we have a sort of justice in the hand for Allura. That's a very good tempo providing card. I like that a lot.
Sort of Justice is a very, very good card here, because whatever that gets played in the subsequent turns are all going to get buffed. Even a 3-4 Harvest Golem is going to be a pain to go and deal with.
Yeah.
And so he does play that.
Exactly, 3-4, Prophet Beyond right here. Not bad, not bad. So that's good. 3-4, pretty interesting. And this top deck here is just going to help Wensushi dig a little bit deeper. He lost 1 silence, by the way. 1 Keep of the Grove down. There's still 1 more I'm expecting to come out soon. The Ken Blood Hoop is going to be a bit of a... It's like, okay, you play the Harvest Golem, I'm going to play a bigger version, the 4-5. But there is no... That is not real answer.
Although Allura does he have any options here? Well, he does have a Ooze. The Ooze is not going to do much against the Druid.
He can always play Tyrion. Tyrion is fantastic. He gets buffed up, but the only issue with playing Tyrion with SOJ, it's a sort of justice, is that it can get killed by the beginner.
Right, and that actually gives him Sushi more answers to deal with, and it's not something that he wants to do right now.
Well, alternatively, you can actually play very easy, play a DOA, taunt up the 3-4, make it into a 4-5. Very nice position to be in. Deal damage on Malfurion. This is not a handlock. Right. You can afford to deal damage on a Druid. He cannot really heal up unless we're seeing some healing touch tech coming in this game, which I'm not expecting at all.
Yeah, I don't think so too. He can just flood the board, play the use, taunt them up, go for face, and Sushi is not able to do like 4 minions with an array of different toughness, because Swipe does a 1 global. He can't kill everything. I don't think Sushi runs Starfall. And even if Sushi wants to do a Ezreal Drake and a Swipe, he's not going to take out everything either.
Okay, so now he needs to make sure that the SOJ charge goes off. He's going to do the attack himself just to make sure he just breaks so that he can play Tier 4 next turn.
That's right.
Oh my god, Naturalize.
Well,
It's
that's
been-
a very interesting case
Yeah,
there.
it's been so long since I've seen Naturalize. Every single time I say Naturalize is a good card to replace Stigmas of a Spark, everyone gives me the stare and say, are you crazy? But today we might see Naturalize take care of Tyrion. But speaking about that, here comes the Black Knight, and there's the Black Knight against the Black Knight. This is Black Knightception for you guys out there.
There goes Sushi threatening.
Yeah, justice demands.
Go the PM, all threatening each other.
Yeah, there you go. Team members, both of them, very friendly. Now here's the question. Is he going to play Tyrion Falling just to get Naturalized?
But even if he does play Tyrion Falling, he does get the Ashbringer, which isn't too bad. Right?
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not good. You want Tyrion for the charge, you want Tyrion for a lot of things. Of course, seeing that the Black Knight came out, it would be very tempting to play Tyrion. You know, you see that one big taunt chopping minion is gone, but that's pretty fine. So here comes Consecration. It's going to help Allura win back on control and also do 3 extra bonus damage there on Wensushi. 22 health, both of them. Close game.
Very, very close game. He's still bashing to and fro. Health totals about the same. Sushi does have more card advantage. And let's not forget that he still hasn't drawn with Age of Law, which means that Sushi is the one with a lot more options in the longer run.
Yeah,
And then a
exactly.
lucky talk that there with a rare just get rid of the dragon.
Yep. Cheap rough, guys. Going on discount, 4 damage. Takes down the twin Azure Drake from the other side of the field, and Allura's turn right now. You need something really powerful. Maybe a sword, but no, it doesn't get that. Let's see. Does he get a sword? Oh, he gets lay on hands. Wow. Alright,
Okay,
so...
he has no choice but to play that, but we all know it's going to get silenced and naturalized.
Yeah.
Which also means that, you know,
Not even the
gets
Ashbringer.
nothing, not even the Ashbringer, yeah.
No discount for you, Allura. The thing is, it's very unlucky because we do see the Wensushi drawing to the second Keep of the Grove. He thought that the Black Knight's done. He thought that one Keep of the Grove is gone already. There might be a chance that Wensushi doesn't run the second Keep of the Grove, or even if he does, it's kind of behind.
Yeah.
The odds are already kind of low. But that's it. Here comes on Savage Roar. Still no FON for Wensushi, but that's okay. So we have the Dispel the Silence as well, and the Naturalize, the play like you mentioned. No Ashbringer. Grandpa's gonna be so sad. He goes down.
Yeah, he decides to ignore the token, start shoving damage in the face. This is a very, very good opportunity for Sushi to set up his Savage Roar combo there. If Allura is not able to clear the board, then he will lose the game right here.
We have to remember there is a quality play.
He's
There's
been holding to
also
that for very, very long.
the Avenging Round. The question is does he use this turn to blow the board off for Wensushi? Do know that if he does that play, he cannot play anything else. He can also equality Pyromancer. That's fine. Saving the Avenger for later. But we have to remember that Wensushi still has 3 more health to knock off Allura before he plays the full FON combo.
Right. I guess the play that he might want to make now is to actually do a clean sweep here. Maybe equip up the weapon and start regaining some health back there too.
Very good, very good. I like that play a lot. There is still the lay on hands for Allura, but lay on hands is practically skipping a turn to dig deeper into the deck a little bit more. Like I said, long game, guys. I think about 2/3 of both players' cards are out already. So just to refresh, Drift the Claw, that's the last one there, and 1 Faceless comes out there for Wensushi. No FON just yet for Wensushi. 1 AOL down, 1 Rough down, Swipe not shown its face yet, and that's about it for us. Oh, speaking of Swipe, there we go. Give me the credit there. Harvest Golem comes out as well, and so we have potential card advantage for Wensushi. But
right.
for Allura, he can always catch up with lay on hands, but he is always going to be a step behind, and we all know the FON can end this game here.
So I guess the only best play for Allura now is to consistently try and remove the board. He really has no choice here, and he has to find a very good turn to play lay of hands here. Yeah, 10 mana, you know, the law is a pain, because if he actually swings into it, then he brings himself nearer to the Savage Roar Force of Nature combo. So, you know, he might, and he doesn't have equality right here, so he's in a pretty tight spot there.
Yeah, he can consecrate Avenging Wrath. That's going to kill most of everything, but not everything for sure.
Yeah. Subsequently, you could just play a Azure Drake and consecrate, and then use the token to kill the damaged golem, and then face himself into the Issue of Law.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. I think that's okay. So the dude there is going to take out the Harvest bot, the 4-1
Yes,
in
he's
hand.
going to do.
Yep.
He takes effectively only 3 damage to bring it to 16, which also means that he's still clear of the FLN range.
I kind of like this play only because the Drake stays on the board, but speaking about that, F4N comes out, Wensushi, it's about goddamn time.
Yeah, but
So,
Sushi still has to buy time here.
yes, he still needs time. He's going to charge and swipe the Drake,
Start the Drake, punch it.
knock 4 damage, next turn, instant win. However, lay on hands.
Yep, lay on hands. But does lay on hands bring him out of range?
I don't think so. It doesn't. It doesn't do jack for him there. It's really unfortunate. But he is now 11 health. That's just very, very accessible for Malfurion.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way out for Allura now, because I mean, if he heals up,
There is one way. I would say that,
he needs to heal
yeah,
and get rid of the
correct.
cat there.
And well, the problem here is mana. He doesn't have the mana, so
He doesn't have the luxury to have Innervate on his side.
yeah. If that's the full Savage Nature combo, all right,
And that's 14.
14 there. He needs to kill the cat. The Hello Kitty is not going to be easily removed. So what we can do is we can concede. It's a very
Yeah.
dignified option. I mean, he knows there's no way. He's actually going to try his luck here. Going to throw very nice looking, tall looking hammer. And that's going to not even kill the kitty cat there. And that's still a 4-1. What's the Allura going to do? He draws a card. Is the card going to save him? It's a DOA. Unfortunately, no. He cannot set up a taunt.
Yeah, he just has to pray that Sushi doesn't have the combo.
But he does.
He does.
And that's 9 mana. Sushi saying, my greetings, my
And
greetings,
Allura
my
knows
greetings.
knows it himself.
And they are just BMing each other so well. Alright, this is what team members do, right? Who needs enemies when you have team members just like this? So that is the full Savage War, Force of Nature combo.
Yep.
And like you said, 14 damage, not even needing Druid to deal the damage himself. So 1-1, one apiece. Wensushi, Allura, it can still be anyone's game.
Yep, I mean, you know, two close teammates knowing each other inside out. Yeah, I guess we'll be seeing like the best of 5 series in full.
Oh, you're expecting to go all the way. Alright, that's fine. I would say that, yes, that's a good thing, but a more accurate approach is we have to understand, Allura brought, I would expect, a Warlock, a Druid, and a Paladin.
Yes, that's
So he
right.
still has got a handlock. And Zoo, probably even some variations of Water Druid, Ram Druid, whatsoever. You know, big Tauntaun Druid maybe. And that can effectively deal with Wensushi's weird Druid.
It's not really much of a real druid, just a standard ram druid. I guess Allura's next best play to do now is to actually bring in the handlock. He has no choice but to do that right now.
Alright, so we're going to the third game here. Wensushi 1, Allura 1. Let's go and get us on. And there we go. So 1-1. You're still rooting for Allura. Are you changing your mind?
No, I'm still rooting for Allura.
Right. So we're looking at Wensushi, bottom half of this board. And this is the semi-finals of the winners bracket, by the way. So Allura 1, Wensushi 1. This is a Warlock. It can only be one of two things.
Yep.
Either it's a Zoo or it's a Handlock. Handlock against a Ram Druid. Probably, seeing how he's got like swipe and
It
innervate.
has to be handlock because Zoo might be unfavorable to if he managed to ramp up and look at them being
Allura just smiling. Anyway, how would you give the odds for this game?
The odds is definitely like handlock usually stands a better chance, but of course if Allura doesn't draw his taunt, doesn't draw the big guys, then he's going to lose in the longer run. But as you can see, he already has a giant sitting there. He has a Senjin just to be safe. He has Blood Knight, which is pretty good if he's dealing with things with Divine Shield.
Okay, so there we go. He taps, and
And Sushi gets a
Wild
Wild Growth there.
So that's very good. Early Wild Growth is always the best.
He could innovate and Drake. He could just Wild Growth there. I guess he just go for the card draw.
Yeah, put some pressure on the board, knowing that this is a handlock. It's very obvious. By turn 3, no minions on the field, you cannot be a Zula. Come on.
Yeah, that's for sure. So Allura definitely go slam a giant. Cross his fingers, hope there's no big game hunter out there. And yes, the Sofa is pretty good there too. Doesn't get
He loses the sun.
Oh.
Ooh, that's a little bit expensive. Okay, so Sushi is just right now thinking that's a Sunwalker gone.
Yep.
What kind of a handlock is this?
It's still a standard handlock, just that over time, especially with...
I know it's a standard headlock,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying what kind of a weird variation of that.
It's not much of a variation,
it's okay. Headlock we're expecting.
Yep.
Twilight. We're expecting Twilight Drake. We're expecting Giants. But
Right.
Sushi himself, he doesn't run the Twilight Drake.
Right,
So that's what I mean by
You
weird.
know, the headlocks we know, it's a standard. The Drakes, the 4 Giants. If you're counting old school, it'd be like Alex Raza and Draxus.
Yep.
But over time, people just cut the 2 of them out because they just get burst down by Rogue that it's not worth playing with them. And
Yeah.
it's very late. So they tack in stuff like Senjins.
Okay, so Sushi top decks the Black Knight, but that's not the play here. I want to say that the other ring heal is very good. So that is still an 8-7.
Yeah. I don't think he can get rid of that,
You
right?
can double swipe, not now, next time. Probably next turn, take a little bit more damage,
Yeah.
but that's bad. He doesn't have an answer.
He doesn't have an answer. He probably has to swipe the other ring faster here.
You know, if you're doing exam, you're trying to figure out the sum here, there's just no answer.
That's just one.
The 8-7, the only answer is if Allura gives chance by taunting up the 8-7, which I don't see why he should do that.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Especially when Sushi managed to ramp up into the Black Knight range. It's something that he wouldn't want to do.
Yeah, so Sushi gets the Wild Growth, but no chance to use it at all.
Which means it's going to be used as a excess mana to draw in the later game.
Yeah, and he blows the swipe by the way. So now the Warlock's just gonna keep tapping, sets up Senjin Shoemaster.
And that's okay. It's probably a bait for the Black Knight.
Oh yeah, it's one hell of a bait because look at that in the hand. Still another Dustingo right there, and Sushi takes it up. He chops down a 3-5. A second 3-5 might come up here.
So yeah, Sushi has to take the bait because he has no other answers there. So with that, Allura knows that he can freely taunt up his Giants right now.
Yep. Speaking about Sushi, look at his hand. He doesn't really have anything there. He does a swipe, yes, that's some answer. Double silence, but there's no need to silence the handlock at all so early on. You're expecting to deal with 8-8 Mountain Giants. No BGH, no answer, no big minions, no DOTC, no taunt.
That's pretty unfortunate. Like the only useful cards in there right now is just the Keeper to silence the Twilight Drake.
Yeah.
And even then, you probably have to punch in.
Punch him. Alright.
Yeah,
I walk
punch.
over, give him a little bit of a feast there.
Yeah.
And that's pretty interesting, but that's it. There's still a second taunt, so what does Allura do here? Does he play the Drake and play the Senjin?
Yeah, I guess he decides to play the Senjin there.
Okay, he's not even gonna consider giving the Blood Knight anything at all. So that's it. I would have gone with the Drake.
Yeah.
No reason why not. You have got a very full hand. That's effectively going to be a 4-9.
I guess he's just playing around Keeper of the Grove. So instead of playing the Drake, by slamming down the Senjin and the Blood Knight, he actually gets more minions on the board. And Sushi can only effectively remove 1 at best.
2, in fact, with the
Okay, with the trade in there.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But okay, that means that the Black Knight is low, and it's going to be easily dealt with, with things like Hellfire and things like that.
True
You can just
enough.
ignore and just go for the base. Soulfire is there too.
Yeah, I'm just saying that if the 4-2 doesn't die, we're expecting a Meteor from the Keeper of the Grove directly damaging Mountain Giant and the 4-2 to trade with it. Because
Yeah,
now
okay.
it's like a big game hunter.
Right. But what Allura can do now actually, he could tap, get down to 16, and then he can play the Motor Giant and Taunt, and then just use the Soulfire to get rid of the Black Knight there.
Yeah, I like that. I like that play a lot. That's actually very, very good calculation. He can taunt up, not with DOA, we're talking about Sunfury Protector here.
Yeah, correct.
So that's a very interesting play. The only issue, I think why he's not doing that is because he's not comfortable with 16 health and 1 minion at board.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's little. We didn't even consider
Yeah.
the fact that
Oh, wow.
Hellfire could have killed him.
Okay, so I guess it's 2-1 then.
No, it's 2-1. Well, I mean, we know that the handlock favors over the
Yeah.
Druid.
So it's very interesting that Allura managed to get a little bit of a head start again, regain his lead.
Right.
The only issue is the handlock is susceptible to a lot of different classes, and Wensushi did lose with his Druid,
Yep.
as well as the other class, which I believe is a handlock.
Handlock.
So the last class that he has is a
Paladin.
How is that going to fare against a handlock?
The Paladin against Handlock is, well, as you can see, based on the first game, it was the reverse situation. So Sushi might actually still stand a chance right here. The only thing that it depends on what kind of Paladin Sushi is playing. how if Sushi is playing mid-range, then he can put traps, poke, remove pretty well and still last in the late game. But if Sushi play full control, then it's more of the reaction game. So all he does is just sit back, poke with the minions, answer whatever is thrown out, and once all 4 giants are gone, once maybe the Sandwalkers are gone, the Tauns are gone, then that's where Sushi could even just fatigue him to death.
Alright, that's it. Game 4 is well underway. Let's go into game here. And 2-1 in favor for Allura.
That's a very interesting choice there.
Oh wait, this is not looking like it's a mid-range
It's
paladin.
definitely a shotgun deck, so it's just trying to rush in, kill
Kelly
fast.
being a little bit naughty today. From Wensushi, of course. And Allura, we don't know if this is the handlock or the Zulok.
Right. But I guess, knowing Allura, he's a very, very safe player. He's probably just going to play with benefit of a doubt and just...
Alright, so this game is potentially the 4th game. It could be the last game. You're expecting a full series.
Yeah.
I'm not, so I
both
would
players
want Allura to win here.
Both players being cheeky, so you can
Seeing
see
how I need
Sushi
my
going
food,
aggro.
but, sorry?
Sushi's going aggro, and Allura's going aggro too. He's not even playing handlock.
Exactly. This is a zoo, and that's a shotgun. So
It's a race here.
this is a race against time. And it could be, it's just like a coin flip, you know, whoever gets more minions or gets the right answers, like look at this, good WC Sergeant is going to take out the Flame Imp, and Allura a little bit behind, but like I said, this is going to be a race, and we're going to cast a little bit faster.
Yeah. Are we?
I know, let's talk a little bit faster, let's do this.
Okay.
So, Mortal Coil, should we do it?
Yeah, definitely. So
And-
call the abusive sergeant, play down the young priester, just go for face, don't bother trading 2-1 with the 1-1 there.
Yep. Well, seeing the Argent Square tells me it's a Shokadin, very clearly. So that also means that, you know, you don't have to worry about stuff like lay on hands. Like, come on, don't need that.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna say this: the Divine Favor is good against Handlock, but it's really sucky against Zulok. Because
Correct.
Zulok, they're not gonna keep anything at all.
Like, they're just going to dump out their hand, especially now with the Doomguard in there. It's just going to try and dump everything out.
Yeah. This is clearance discount sale from Allura, allura.com. So we have a very interesting Shadow Sun Cleric that's going to get played here. It's going to beef up. That's the biggest Lepanome I've seen so far today. And it's still alive.
Yep. That's a pretty good trade there, in fact.
Oh my god, second Divine Favor is going to be completely useless here. But there we go, Consecration. 25 have Allura, 26 Wensushi.
But Sushi's hand is pretty terrible now. 2 Divine Favors and 1
yeah.
Authority.
Well, what he can do is he can play Divine Favor next.
Yeah, he might do that. But look at Allura. He's trying to avoid Divine Favor. You can see that. But if he plays down 2 minions and tap, then Sushi could effectively just Divine Favor for 2?
No.
3?
Not even
1?
Yeah. That's gonna be Divine Favor without any Divine Intervention.
But look, he doesn't even tap because he's avoiding the Divine Favor.
Exactly, so he knows. I mean, these guys are teammates. He probably knows he runs Divine Favor. This is like, I'm gonna outsmart you at the last second.
Yeah.
And effectively, the dude is just gonna try and clear out the zoo, which is very, very good for Wensushi because he's just spending 2 mana
Yeah.
to clear out the zoo.
Things are just so terrible.
Oh god. Oh god, look at that.
Would you actually slam down the Doomguard right now, or will you just play
No.
slow?
No slamming. They're gonna be very, very peace-loving today. So it's gonna clear the field instead. And the Wolf Rider
Wolf Rider, that's
will
a good
kill the
answer.
4-3, so that's good. I'm only concerned for the Divine Favor. It's just dead cards there.
It's just dead cards there.
But does Allura know it's there? He might be thinking that, man, this guy has Worldwide Consecration, might have another one. That's why he's hesitant to put down more minions. But speaking about more minions, he doesn't care right now because that's one Divine Shield and that's one Bloodline that's absorbing the really juicy and delicious Divine Shield. So that's a 6-6 there.
Yeah, I mean, like for Allura's thought process right now, it would be like, you know,
I'm
this
sorry,
guy-
6-1.
Yeah, this guy's been holding 2 to 3 cards in the hand for a very long time. It could be a potential burst, you know, like a Leroy Jenkins with Blessing
Oh,
of
God.
Might and stuff like that.
Oh, Merry Christmas, guys. Leroy Jenkins with Blessing on Might. That is just a nightmare for you guys. But Doomguard, does he play that here? Oh my
Oh,
god.
this is a very easy play there.
Did I just curse him with Leroy Jenkins? I think I did.
Yeah,
But-
on the wrong side.
Yeah,
Very tough
but
decision here right now.
definitely very tough because he's gonna give the Paladin 2 more welts.
2 more wells, yeah.
And he doesn't really have a burst. He would love to play the 5-7. If he does the 5-7, he's gonna lose Leroy, and it's just gonna say,
He's just gonna
is he gonna just let it go?
Bye,
And there we go,
Leroy.
frozen here, ladies and gentlemen, let it go. Bye bye, Leroy. Sushi caught wind of that. He knows that there's one win condition down 5-7 on the field. Doesn't have an answer for that, but he does have the blessing of might.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, Allura still playing it pretty safe here, just to clear. Doesn't want a sudden burst out of nowhere.
Aha, will we see a 5-1 biggest Murloc in the history of mankind? Yes, we will.
Oh man.
And that is going to the face there. So 14 health Allura, he's slightly low compared to the Paladin.
Right.
But we know the Mortal Coil is going to have insane value. 5-7, still no answer. What can Sushi top deck to save him here? And power overwhelming. But nobody's going to play that. That's a 5-7. He's not going anywhere so soon.
And then he draws a second one.
And he gets Archer Commander.
That's pretty good there.
That's 15 damage. Does he play that? Nope, he doesn't. He's going to save it up very nicely.
He's just going to play it safe.
Still going to clear the
Two
board.
Divine Favors in the hand. Can't do jack.
Hammer of Wrath, not going to kill anything. Divine Favor, just dead cards there. Needs Consecration. There we go. That's some kind of answer.
That's one down.
Yeah. All right. He took care of EHL1. I'm sorry.
EHL1.
Just kidding. Sushi won EHL1. We all know that. So that's Archer Commander down. The 5-4 is still alive. He gets a taunt. That's a bit of a hype killer, isn't it?
I think it's okay because he might want to just protect his Doom Guard there.
No.
Allura might be afraid of trying to tap down too.
I'll be thinking the Doom Guard's protecting the Void Walker. He gets another Doom Guard. Oh, look at the face. He sounds so sad. Oh my god. Look at Allura, top right corner. Left, sorry. Look at
He's just frowning.
There is no smile on that face.
Is he just going to forgo the overwhelming?
Yeah, I would do that as well.
Yeah.
So that's double Doom. It spells Doom. Sushi might be going to the loser's bracket. Does he get an answer?
And
that's a gnome. That's a gnome.
Yeah,
So,
I think that's game right there.
yeah, that's game. Sorry, beyond no 3-2, but still Allura will go through to the winners bracket final.
Yeah.
And congratulations, Allura. Well done, well played. And Sushi, unfortunately, just got locked out here. It's crazy. I think the matchup kind of went in favor for Allura because of the first game, precisely because he sniped out that handlock first.
Yes, that's right.
That's crazy. So the Paladin came in, knocked the hell out of the handlock, and give Allura unparalleled advantage. That's it. They're both your teammates. How are you gonna console Sushi right now?
Console Sushi, well, if I'm not wrong, Sushi is going to bump down. He's going to face the winner between GG Leo and Kiro, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's another Mana Surge team kill.
And if if Leo wins that, then that will be another team kill.
I have to remind you guys that Sushi knocked Kiro down
Yep.
to the losers bracket. They might face each other again, and that might give Kiro a redemption chance.
Yep.
I know you root for Mana Surge, which is why you shouldn't be casting, but the point is, in that kind of situation, do you think Sushi can pull off the Kiro kill a second time?
Looking at the match that they were playing just now, I'm pretty confident that Sushi will be able to
That
take
was
the
a
game.
3-0. It's very convincing. Let's hope everything else is smooth, and let's hope Mana Surge gets a podium finish today for Battlestone. That's it. This is Babael, with me is Beyond. I'm not going to be casting the next game. We're going to be taking a bit of a food break, and Beyond's going to be here by himself to support, and we'll be back with the next game real soon. See you guys in a short while. This is EGTV with Battlestone Playoffs Finals. See you guys.